Hey all, this is Dino the Ops Guy, and we are back with Production Management in Practice, or Stardew Production Management 101. It is a class that basically a course in production management that you would expect at the university level, but when I teach at the university level, I try and make it more applicable than most people delivering courses. So when I deliver it, rather than start with a stodgy table of contents in a textbook, I start, because it's kind of independent of the application, I start with the application and say, we are going to put you in a real situation, albeit a virtual situation, in Stardew Valley. And we're going to treat Stardew Valley as a production operations. And as things come up, we'll discuss them and see how it relates to the literature, how it relates to the pedagogy, how it relates to the canon, how it relates to whatever it should relate to. So we've been doing this for a while. This is episode 35. So there are 34 episodes and a short, by the way, that precedes this. You don't have to see them all. You can start anywhere you want. I try and keep each one that you can just sort of jump into. There is some carryover. For example, we talked about ABC inventory, I think in episode 9, and then we did it again in the last couple episodes. So if there is something confusing, you can always go back. I should actually have like some sort of index to know where to go back to. At some point, I'll take the time to do that. But nonetheless, we have our person on the ground, Av, who basically does all the execution stuff, where I take care of all the strategic level, sort of organizational. I do the ledger, which is a big part of what we're doing, because you need, even if you're ops, you think, well, the accountants care about the accounting system. The ops people do not. Yes, you do. Production management is about understanding what the accountants are doing, because the information there is gold. So you need that information for sure. Given that we don't have accountants on staff, I take care of that, among other things. But the things that Av are going to take care of today, we're going to get to, is harvest the crops, pet the chickens, and process the eggs. There's an outstanding quest for Jody to get her some cauliflower. Today's a good day to do that. And Harvey, last day for his quest to get some quartz. We want to collect moss and fiddlehead ferns. And I say that specifically because today is Green Rain Day. And today, the Green Rain Day is when you're going to get a lot of moss and fiddlehead ferns. That's just the way it is. And I don't have to tell Av this. Enjoy the Green Rain. Av loves the Green Rain Day. As well, if you have any free time, which you may or may not have, Av, forage and fish for catfish. There's a bundle that could use the catfish. So we'd be happy to get that. So I am going to turn it over to Av to just make a muck-up of this Green Rain Day. Okay, thanks, Dino. It says that our steel axe is ready, but we're not going to get our steel axe today. There's no real way to get it. Clint is going to be in the saloon, and it's his place where it is. If I go in, and it doesn't work out. But it's Green Rain Day, so we're going to, first off, Green Rain Day just makes a mess of the farm. It puts a whole kinds of weeds everywhere and a whole kinds of new trees everywhere, but we got some basics we can do. Certainly we're going to clear up the fish pots. We're going to take care of the ladies, the chickens, the hens, and we will get to that. But then we're going to spend a lot of time in Secret Forest, or the witches' I think they call it the Witch's Swamp. See, I don't want to call it the Witch's Swamp. Oh no, the Witch's Swamp is somewhere else, now that I think about it. So it's a secret. It is a secret forest. So I don't. There's no. We haven't met the witch yet. So don't worry about that. Sorry for that. So we got a warning in the first thing that our apple plant was not going to grow, and that was because of that weed that was next to the apple plant. So we took care of that. It's cleared up. And we're just going around and knocking up weeds and getting some moss and getting some fiber, because today's a great day to get moss and fiber. And we will see some curly. There is one curly Q kind of tree. That's where we're going to get our fiddlehead ferns. That is a fiddlehead fern tree of all things. We're going to look to see if we can get. We don't see the red cabbage, but we do see goat cheese and pomegranate. I think we're going to do the pomegranate. We typically get the pomegranate in the fruit bat cave, but I wouldn't want to rely on that. So for 600, that's not a bad investment at all. So we got some fiddlehead ferns from our fiddlehead fern tree. We're going to fight the beasties here, get the slimes. They're going to give us some mahogany seeds. Mahogany seeds are good. That's awesome. And we're going to do some fishing because we got our fishing vest on. So we are set. It feels like I'm putting on a life jacket every time. Okay, so let's get some fish going. And we're looking for a cat. That looks like a catfish, only we can't keep it. So let's see what else we can get. I'm thinking now, this was backwards. I put down, we had one extra deluxe bait, and I put it in storage because I didn't think we would have enough with one, and I just grabbed the regular bait. Now I realize today's Green Rain Day, we can get moss all day long. So all we needed to do was just keep converting the regular bait to deluxe bait, but not the case. So here's one of the advantages you could see of fishing sideways, fishing east or west versus north or south, is if you have extras. Remember last time we had extras, we were fishing south. Oh, river jelly is good. When we kind of drop stuff out of our inventory and end up in the ocean. That's how we lost our sugar shirt. But if you're going left or right, if you drop it, it stays on the ground. Now, you still have to come back and get it. And certainly the way we're playing here, we restart every day. So if there's anything left on the ground overnight, it disappears. So it's important that we come back and get this stuff. But it's certainly better to have it on the ground than to have it in the water that we can never recover. So at least there's a potential recovery here. Now, again, you can't always take advantage of that left-right because sometimes you got to go for the deeper water, which is south or north. I guess in this case, it's always south. But we got a mystery box. So I'm chopping the wood just because I'm here. We'll come back for that wood when we come back for the fish. Wouldn't want to do too much ahead. Now we know we've had the weeds and stuff, so we can always get a little more weeds. But I'm a bit pressed. I want to get to the saloon and start things off. I know Jody's going to be in her house. She's not going to be in the saloon. So I'm going to stop in and see Jody and offer her cauliflower for her quest. No. Cauliflower? No. She doesn't want the cauliflower. What are we going to do here? Okay, well, we'll figure it out later. Apparently she doesn't want the... See if Harvey wants his quartz. This is going to be a bit embarrassing. So we'll say hi. This is a nice opportunity to actually say hi to everyone. And again, as much as it's a game and much it looks like operations, saying hi to people, he took it. That's good, 75. Saying hi to people is really important in production. People, when you're in university, they kind of talk through that the department that works with people is human resources, and they study organizational behavior and organizational design. But in application, production is the group that talks with all the people. As far as I'm concerned, human resources are responsible for all the categories of people. So you know how many sweepers we have, how many general laborers we have, how many supervisors we have. And occasionally you'll have someone who has a special file, whether it be for good reasons or bad reasons. But that notwithstanding, if I'm in production management, I have to deal with everyone. Just because that's the way it is. If we're going to add value, I need everyone involved, all hands on deck. So saying hi to people in production is kind of important, especially given that you don't always have people reporting to you directly. So you want to sort of get some goodwill, even if they don't work for you. And that means, having a positive demeanor and, saying hi to people and being interactive and that sort of thing. So that's a big thing. So, okay, let's drop off some. We don't need that. We do need a cauliflower. We don't need that cauliflower. Well, and I give gifts. I like to give sort of the highest quality gift I can, because I believe, and maybe I got this wrong, that by giving high quality gifts, it increases the friendship. I think that's a logical and a sort of somewhat supported thing. And I may be all wet on that. I've been all wet on a few things. We are going to grab the crops. We have 3 radishes and 1 hot pepper. That's a big haul. It's not a big haul. I'm being a bit sarcastic. Um, and we're going to get the wheat because we noticed that there was a quest for Gus wants some wheat, so we're going to get Gus some wheat. That's a good idea. Let's go back to the secret forest and pick up all the stuff that we had left on the ground. That'll be important. So we got some carp there. We certainly got some hardwood there. A few things. There's a few things we can pick up in a mystery box, and along the way we can pick up some more hardwood. So let's take care of that slime. Finish off. We probably won't get to the hardwood in that little sub alcove just south of me there, but we'll pick up what we can, and then sort of make our way in general over towards the Star Drop Saloon. We're going to pick up the obvious weeds or some easy weeds along the way. Probably worthwhile picking up, there's a fiddlehead fern forage. Probably picking up some of the fiddlehead fern trees along the way doesn't hurt either. The fiddlehead trees tend to give us the same quality, that just the base quality fiddlehead fern, which works in our favor from the standpoint of stack, that we only need one storage location for them. So I almost dropped that into the water. So it's a lot easier if we're worried about storage space, that we just don't have to worry about. Maybe fern isn't the most efficient thing to eat, but given that I can eat one and then have the energy to chop down a new tree for 6, I think I'm going to accept that payoff right now. And maybe I should have brought some spring onions or something else, but storage is tight, so I'm just going to go with what I got. In this case, it's fiddlehead fern. So we'll make our way over. Might as well get these 2 trees as well. More fiddlehead ferns. Yay! I got some new ideas to sleep on. That's awesome. So we'll again eat, even if we eat per tree, it's 5 instead of 6, 1 per tree. But no, I was thinking of going to the ocean there, but it's not worth it. Let's just do the saloon, get it to Gus. Oh, Gus gave me a prize ticket. That's awesome. And it's not 10 o'clock yet, so we have time to restore it. Let's see what we get. The pinstripe bed. All right. I would rather have the next one. I want the sprinkler. One of the things we got to do quickly tomorrow is get some gold so we can make those sprinklers that they're just teasing us with. So okay, well, let's drop off the pomegranate. That was probably something we could have done before, but there we go. We dropped off the pomegranate, so we got the rabbit's foot in the pomegranate. That's really good. That Enchanter's bundle is usually one of the bundles that slows us down. So I'm really glad that we got those 2 out of the way, because one thing that just won't slow us down, because the wine is pretty easy to get. I forget what the other thing was there, but certainly the wine is easy to get, and I think the other thing is just as... Can I figure it out? It's not worth figuring out. We get a mossy seed! Nice! Okay, so this is fairly rare, and I don't mean it's so rare that I should get so excited. I did get so excited. But it's a nice thing to have early on, and it does come up in on the Green Rain Day, so that's kind of nice. But if we didn't have it, there's no bundle for it. Strategically, it's got no value. But it's nice to have a variety of trees, so it's just one more tree variety that's kind of cool to have. So we will consider that a good thing. And we will look to plant it when we plant the mahogany seeds, because it's a good thing to plant the mahogany seeds. And we are going to make these mushroom logs. We need some more hardwood. We have a lot of hardwood, and we have a lot of moss, thankfully, and that is the magic combination for making mushroom logs. So they are going to generate some mushrooms. We can probably put some trees behind the house to help them go faster. They do better if they have wild trees around. Well, it's wild trees, but they have trees around them. So we just planted our mahogany seeds. We try and plant the mossy seeds sort of at right angles to the mahogany seeds in a different line. I think that's where it is, but it would be nice if we had the time to clean it up, but we don't have. So I'd love to get rid of all those weeds so we can see where the lines are, but for now the weeds are there. It is well worth getting a new chest. This is long overdue. So this is going to be for our fishing stuff, notwithstanding the potted fish stuff, but sort of the ocean and the lake and in the river fish stuff. So it'll free up, the biggest role really is to free up what we need for our A chest. So this is going to be a B chest specific to fish. So in our ABC allocation of inventories, so let's, oh no, that's the wrong chest for that. We want the seeds to be in the most current chest, so now we're in summer. So that second chest is the summer chest, where the first chest was the spring chest. So the seeds should be in the summer chest because we're going to use them in summer. And the ones we don't want them in summer anymore, we'll put them in the fall chest because that'll be the next season to use. We're just going to place this bed anywhere because it's no sense in selling it. It's not worth any value. So, and we got level foraging, which allows us to do fertilizing trees, which is a great thing, let me tell you. So, and we got a fair bit of cash from that, from our shipping. And what do we got? It's going to be beautiful all day the next day, and the spirits feel neutral. Okay, I'm going to send it back to you. I'm going to send it back to you, Dino. Okay, thanks, F. Boy, does he have fun on that day. It just puts everyone in a good mood. That's a good thing. Okay, so let's see what we accomplished today. Harvest the crops, we pet the hens, and process the eggs. Now, I went back and looked at we got the quest for Harvey, no problem. I went back and looked at the quest for Jody. We've done that a while ago. Not only that one, but same thing for the catfish. That bundle for catfish is filled. We did that in the spring, so that one's bad on me. So, okay, we don't have to do those anymore. But thanks for trying, Av. That was a good college effort. And I think you really did enjoy the Green Rain, so that's awesome. Just sort of what we got out of this Green Rain day: 166 fiber. Fiber have not played a big role coming up to now, but it does kind of make its way into new things. Certainly, once we get to the tree fertilizer, it's a big thing. But it's nice resource to have, and it's not that expensive. Moss, we got 64 moss, and we really did need to make a dent in the moss inventory. We need moss for a few things. It's not the thing that's going to dog us for a long time, but it's nice to get that one big rush. 64. Fiddlehead ferns, we got another 57. Not really a resource that we need, but still nice to have. And I mean, I've made good use of it on his run there. From the standpoint, if you need something to eat, it's not terrible. We should look at the economics of the fiddlehead fern, but given that you're just, the decision is, if I eat a fiddlehead fern, I can now chop down another fern tree to get 6. That I like those economics. So we are now entering the moss age. I know you've never heard of this before. It's kind of like the Bronze Age. When you think of developing a world technology based on some hard and malleable substance, right next to bronze, you got to get to moss, right? It's I'm joking. So essentially, the big advantage of moss is we can use deluxe bait, which I've commented, we could have used it today. And the mushroom logs. And mushroom logs aren't huge. There's a few mushrooms that we need in the bundles. We could probably get them in different ways, in the mines or whatever. But the mushrooms do give us a bit of flexibility once we get to the dehydrator, that sort of thing. So it's really nice to have them. And certainly like the purple mushrooms and the chanterelles and stuff, they got some good coin behind them. So that's going to be wonderful. Before I let you go, we're going to do, I know what, in day 5, at the end of the first week, we did a quiz. So I'm going to do another quiz here, a pop quiz. Don't feel this pressure. You don't have to do perfect, whatever. But it's nice to sort of go over and, did we actually learn something, or did we get something out of this? So the first question, choose, I should have put a 1 in front of that. Anyway, choose which of the following is most true regarding ABC inventory. We will call this the ABC inventory question. A, fiber is an A item because we get so much of it, and even sometimes we use it. So B, fiber is a B item because it is seasonal, and thus we can store it on the farm where it is acquired and used. And C, fiber is a C item because it's only 1 G per unit. It's got so little value. Why would we care about such a thing? So those are your 3 options. Which is the most true? A, it's an A item. B, it's a B item. Or C, it's a C item. The second question, the true and false question. Is it true or false that saying hi to everyone in Stardew Valley is just to be nice and has no real value in production management? I'll leave those two with you. Hopefully you're getting something out of the course. Hopefully things are, it's coming across okay. Please leave comments if you, feel we should be going faster, we should go slower. There's details that we're missing. There's areas that you want to go deeper on, expound on. Happy to do any of that as I would in a normal production management class. So again, hopefully you're getting something out of this. We will see you in day 36. This is Dean of the Ops Guy signing off.